Okay, so my last top tip for you for this belly fat thing is all about the unmentionable word poo. Poo? Poo? What the hell's poo got to do with belly fat? Well, it stands to reason, doesn't it, that what is in there has come from what's in there. So actually, your poo, how often you poo, what your poo is like, what causes your poo, is a big part of this belly fat. So let's delve into that a little bit deeper. So I mentioned to you earlier on in the course that there are toxins around called xenoestrogens. I don't want to go into this in great detail, but products that we put on our skin, products that we clean our house with, products that we might use in the garden, and candles that we burn, not all of those are as toxic free as we want them to be. So looking at your toxic load, it's called, is another thing that's really important with this belly fat. There's something called the estrobolome, and that is your gut's ability to deal with toxins that it's exposed to. And so there's two ways for your gut to have help. One is to reduce those toxins so that it doesn't have to even deal with them. But the other thing is to make your gut as friendly an area and as healthy as possible. So one of the things that I try to get my clients to do is to increase their vegetable intake. Now, you may well already be vegan or vegetarian, and you may therefore have a wide variety of rainbow foods, I call them, going into your gut. You may not. So can you think about how many vegetables and fruit, and note I said it that way round, you eat during a week? The standard amount is, 5 or 7 vegetables a day. When I'm coaching people, I get them to try and aim for up to 30 vegetables a week, which is really hard. 30 different vegetables a week. Now, we tend to be fine for around 10 or 12, particularly if you like your vegetables, and you can include pulses and fruits and beans in this. But obviously the emphasis is on the vegetable end of the fruit and veg rather than 25 fruits and only 5 vegetables. Mind you, in the UK, we'd be hard pushed to find 25 fruits, wouldn't we? But thinking about trying to get a wider range of rainbow plant foods into your body in the week really helps your gut stay healthy, and it helps your body be able to cope with those toxins that it's exposed to on a day-to-day basis. The other thing that's vitally important is that you drink enough, and drinking adequate amounts of fluid, 2 litres a day if you can, is also a really important way, because having this healthy gut that's got all these vegetables going into it, and having a bladder that means that your body is nice and hydrated, means that that poo is going to come out. So there isn't a backlog, basically. If you become constipated, not only does your body struggle to actually get rid of the poo, and that puts pressure on your pelvic floor, and nobody needs that in our midlife, but it means that some of the things that your body is trying to get rid of, because that's what poo is our waste, isn't it, don't come out as well. It's as simple as that. So looking at the way you're eating your vegetables and thinking about whether or not you're eating enough vegetables is a really good place to start on the gut element of this midlife thing. You may find that in fact increasing your vegetable intake actually decreases your calorie count. And so the combination of increasing your vegetables means that your calorie count comes down slightly. And as a result, you start to lose a little bit of weight too. So there we are. There's my last tip. Look at your gut and what you can do to help it. If you can reduce your sugar, but that's a whole other story, and I'm not necessarily going to go there at this point. But because I'm an advocate of putting all the good stuff in. Now, I've just told you to have 30 vegetables a week. By the time you've had 29, there isn't much space for a donut, believe me. But clearly calories do matter. And I mentioned right on day one that a lot of people spend a lot of time out eating and having empty calories, Prosecco lunches, etc. So clearly calories do matter. But let's think of the positive things we can do, which is put the good stuff in. A little bit of what you fancy then maybe does do you good. I hope this series of videos has really lifted the lid on some of the belly fat issues that you may have noticed and given you some ideas of things that you can do right now, today, to help you get on top of your belly fat. If you want more help, I'm around. My name is Sam Palmer. I run the Midlife Makeover. Joe has my details. You're more than welcome to get in touch with me and perhaps come on my 60-day transformation plan, and let's help you get on top of that moving that belly fat and starting to feel vibrant again. It's been great spending the week with you. I would love to see you again. Bye-bye.